Hello and welcome to this first Webfleet Mobility Conference. The end of the internal combustion engine is near and the electric transport revolution is upon us. But while electric passenger cars have been the headline makers lately, the road to zero emission also leads to decarbonizing commercial vehicles. One of the biggest challenges facing our industry and the planet is how to decarbonize our trucks for the future, reducing energy consumption and the use of natural resources. We are all too aware of the rapid adoption of EV in car and van, but truck altogether faces different challenges in achieving net zero. Disrupting the market and making their waves on their mission to achieving net zero transport are the amazing Volta trucks. We are joined today by Carla Detrieux as she revealed their vision to be the leader in zero-emission transport, reducing the effects of global warming and making our cities safer, healthier and more pleasant for all. Hello Carla and welcome to this Webfleet Mobility Conference. First of all, I want to thank you in the name of all the Webfleet team for joining us today. Can you please present yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks Alice, and thanks to the overall Bridgestone and Webfleet team. So my name is Carla. I'm responsible for the overall business development for Volta Trucks in Europe. And a quick anecdote about myself, I'm the first employee of the company, so I've been with the team for 2 years, building the brand and building the awareness for decarbonization in the industry. We're now a bit more than 340 employees, so extremely, a fantastic journey for me, seeing it coming from an idea to now fully a very large international scale-up.
Volta Trucks is really doing some noise and waves due to their innovative design and technologies on the truck industry. Can you tell us more about your company's vision and your targets and what you are setting out to achieve?
Absolutely. So maybe I'm starting from the end, but to set the scene, we're currently sitting now in Paris, in Bonneuil-sur-Marne, and this is the first TaaS hub, so Truck as a Service hub, where we'll be operating on the vehicles, doing the maintenance, the servicing for our customers. So it's almost like, you know, this milestone coming out of the ground for us, a massive achievement from the team. So we've been selling the dream and ideology or even PowerPoints for about 2 years when, you know, the co-founders got together to bring to the market a solution that is fully electric to respond to the low emission zones opportunities flourishing all across Europe, but also, very important problematics that our customers are facing, such as the driver shortage. So for example, here as well in France, 55,000 truck drivers missing, what I call the rupture of generations and genders as well, with only 2% of women in the industry, 55 years old as a medium age, so this isn't going to go away. What we're trying to do really is to bring in more generations, younger generations, more women to the industry, make it more attractive again, and really give an opportunity to our customers to recruit and retain the drivers. And finally, the third problematic or opportunity that we see is that all traditional trucks represent a danger, I guess, to the vulnerable road users as well as the drivers themselves. And also maybe giving you a little bit of data, in London 4% of the traffic are trucks, but they are responsible for 78% of fatal accidents with cyclists and 26% with pedestrians, right? So these are terrible statistics. We need to do something, and I will for sure tell you how does the Volta Zero tackles all of these problematics. But last word about the strategy. We've seen an extremely large window for us to make an impact, make a difference, right? So you see electric solutions coming to market, more so in the van, in smaller vehicles. We think probably other alternatives, other energies for the long haul, but in the sort of last mile, mid-duty for heavy trucks, 2 years ago, nothing was really happening. So we saw this opportunity, wanted to go quickly. In 15 months, which is tremendous. We developed from the first drawings to the demonstrator vehicle. So we intend to go very quickly, make an impact. We source all of the components from existing and established players, as well as the industrialization, the manufacturing we delegate to third parties. So to name them, we selected Steyr Automotive, which purchased the MAN trucks and buses plant. So we're building for scale at a very rapid pace, and we're getting outstanding traction from customers. Maybe I pause here.
Well, thank you for exposing the vision of Volta. Now we have the Volta Zero just behind us, a new production prototype. Can you please join us for a tour?
Absolutely, let's go. So if I walk you through how it's all started. So the idea was to very much start from a blank piece of paper. Okay, so with our mission in mind, we wanted to remove as many components as we could, the ones that we don't need in an electric vehicle. So we started from an electrical axle. So we have the motor on the rear axle. We removed 90% of mechanical and spare parts. And the batteries are from Proterra, our US partner, providing us with NMC, nickel, manganese, cobalt batteries that are located in the ladder of the chassis. So in the frame for a better load distribution, as well as increased safety, because what you can see on current electric trucks that are basically retrofitted, you will have the batteries sitting on the side of the vehicle, which is dangerous in urban distribution. And then this is pretty much the star, right? So the cabin, keeping in mind the use case, which is urban distribution, and drivers having to step in and out into traffic lanes, cyclist lanes 20, 30 times a day. We wanted to improve their work environment, right? So we didn't have any combustion engine or gearbox at the front of the vehicle. So this is why we had this freedom of decreasing the height, having a low entry and exit cabin. And also the reason why we were able to put the driver in the middle of the vehicle. So a small anecdote, if you're now in Paris or in London, you don't have to step into traffic or cyclist lanes anymore, but directly on the pavement side. So you want to avoid all of these situations that are causing damages and accidents. So maybe do you want to go in, sit in the middle?
Try.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
indeed. It's another point of view on the road.
It is definitely. So actually your point of view, you have 1.8 meters from the ground, so you're able to create that eye contact with vulnerable road users. So like Sidhu said before, right? You can actually connect with the driver. You have no blind spot on the cabin, so you have 220 direct vision degrees. And also, you have 8 cameras, radars, sensors that gives you really a 360 vision around the truck. So yeah, you can see a few of the ADAS systems. So we have cameras for the lateral and the blind spot. And it feels very disruptive to all drivers. Maybe you can tell us how you feel. The spaceship.
Yeah, I feel it. Absolutely. I'm in the space shuttle, and all these screens, and it's all digitalized. It's just wonderful, super light, and you feel like you are outside already. So and these glass doors, and even the extra glass on the side. No, it's just really clever, and I can imagine a driver really feels good and enjoys the experience of driving this truck. Yeah.
I think it's definitely an adaptation and an adoption that they need to take. So with our teams, we will be training the drivers of our customers to make sure that they adopt both vehicle driving, because there's a definitely change, but also the position that is very, very different. Yeah. But again, drivers give us excellent feedback. So.
And I feel like the design is, could see myself as a woman driving this type of vehicles professionally. Good. Feels really nice, comfortable, and well designed.
Perfect.
Really I like
so
it.
Very good. So urban distribution, we have 2 battery types. One that is standard, more or less 150 kilometers, and the other more or less 200 kilometers. So the batteries that are packaged are bespoke for urban distribution, really.
Okay.
Yeah. We have pretty much the same payload as a 16-ton ICE vehicle, again, because we balance with all of the dead weights that we removed. So again, I think, in my opinion, this is the best product on the market to respond to not only electrification, but all of the other problematics that we mentioned for urban distribution.
Wow. cannot say I test a few of them, but at least I can say I tried the Volta, and the Volta Zero is just great. Beautiful. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
While we were touring the vehicle, I noticed that you have Bridgestone tires installed. Can you explain why?
Absolutely. So going back to what we were saying, sourcing from established players that not only have volumes available, but also very much service networks to support our end customer. Bridgestone is an evident partner. So we packaged the all design verification fleet with these tires, and we look forward to seeing what's the data coming back, how we can improve carbon emission, and how you guys developed all of these specifications specifically for urban distribution. What's going to be the customer feedback?
So you mentioned earlier that there was already a production chain for this truck. So how does this unit will be used? Will they be on the road right now?
So, like you said, 25 are being built now, and we call this fleet the Design Verification Fleet. It's an engineering-led program that is meant to improve all of the systems and all of the responses of the assets. So we take them through a 3-month internal testing program. We go through certification, homologation, and then we take 8 of these 25 and deploy them across Paris and London. And then we'll go into second phases, which is the pilot. 33 vehicles will be available for customers. We're still looking for candidates to fill the agenda, let's say, and gather as much return on experience. And this is really going to be our platform to convert existing leads, prospects, pre-orders into firm orders. And if I touch a little bit on the business model, which is also relevant to the audience here, is that there's this transition happening, and customers definitely need OEMs or manufacturers to give them a service solution instead of a capex solution. There are right now too many anxieties linked to asset possession. Customers don't necessarily understand all of the electrification ecosystem, right? Going from infrastructure to telematics to insurance to incentives, even. So what we want to provide is called truck as a service. And that's essentially it, providing the truck and everything that a customer needs to basically take the key or the card and get on and do their job, right? So we worry about everything, manage the overall project from the ambition to installing charging infrastructure, maintaining it, maintaining the truck, of course. This is why we need to invest in real estate. But yeah, the truck is disruptive. The approach in business model is disruptive. And we need to leverage that to help customers adopt, right? So within this overall system, where we remain the key interface to the customer, we of course contract partners to provide us with service contracts, networks, to support the end customer at the end of the day, and this is where Bridgestone has this footprint, this collaboration with us.
That's really good, and indeed, yeah, you can just give the keys to its new owner, and he can go on with his new truck. Well, I can't wait to see those on the streets, clearly. Well, I can see that everything is quite settled yet for the Volta Zero, but what is coming next?
So I think the macro environment is going to keep pushing for cleaner cities. There's going to be even more opportunities flourishing across Europe and the US. So we have a very much on a European focus as we kick off. So right now we are launching 6 cities in Europe. So we have Paris, London, Milan, Madrid, Randstad, and the Rhine-Ruhr area. And very early, in 2025, we expect to go to the US and also spread the footprint in Europe. So maybe to talk to you a little bit about the scale, next year we intend to build 5,000 trucks. The year after that, 13, and then 27 by 2025. This is the first of the family, the 16-ton. From this platform, we will develop an 18-ton, and we'll have a second platform that comes in 2024, and it will be the 7.5 that will be extended to a 12-ton. So that's 4 models in the range by the 2025 perspective. Very ambitious. There's definitely a demand, extremely positive traction. We feel this, coming from all size companies across the world. There's definitely a big drive for change. Consumers are also very much sensitive to that. Drivers are, so it feels like the overall ecosystem environment is very much positive for our impact. So that's all you can wish to us in terms of success. And obviously, like you said, I'm also very much looking forward to seeing them rolling on the roads all across Europe.
Yeah, and guess we'll see quite a bit of them. Thank you, Carla. So you came today with Sidhu, a great TikToker and professional driver. Can you tell us more about this?
Absolutely. So going back to the mission of bringing a better working environment for drivers, very early on we wanted to get their insights and feedbacks to make sure that we tackle their problematics, I guess. So Sidhu is like I said, a very large TikToker here in France. He has two jobs very much. He's a humorist, but he also works for the La Poste Group, one of their filiales. And yeah, it's the first time that he gets to see the vehicle, so looking forward to hearing what he has to say about the vision and what we developed here.
Messieurs, dames, votre livreur de qualité supérieure a le futur entre ses mains. A le futur entre ses mains. Là, je suis dans les nouveaux futurs camions poids lourds, avec volant au milieu intégré, tout ça et tout. Je suis déjà en 2095. Dame, votre livreur de qualité supérieure a le futur entre ses mains. A le futur. Alors je me présente, je m'appelle Sidi Diaby, alias Sidhu, livreur de qualité supérieure, meilleur livreur de France. Là j'ai 29 ans et je suis très fier en tout cas là, d'être là et d'assister, on va dire, à la nouvelle révolution de la route. Alors ce que j'en pense, c'est que c'est vraiment un nouveau concept, mais vraiment tout nouveau et très futuriste. Surtout pour les prochains chauffeurs qui auront la chance de conduire ce magnifique engin. Et je pense que ça va révolutionner un peu le monde de la route, pour les piétons comme pour les chauffeurs. Vu de l'extérieur, déjà le design il est super beau, le camion il est beau, donc forcément ça attire l'œil déjà. Et il est électrique forcément, et il n'est pas aussi haut que les camions poids lourds de base. Donc forcément il y a plus de sécurité dans le sens où là le chauffeur on le voit, et il nous voit aussi forcément. Et comme vous pouvez le voir là, tout est vitré, donc il y a une vue à pratiquement 220 degrés, voire 360 degrés. Et en tant que piéton, je pense que tu te sens plus en sécurité quand tu vois un camion et tu sais que le chauffeur te voit et que tu peux traverser tranquillement, sachant qu'avec les camions poids lourds de base, on ne sait pas souvent si le chauffeur il nous a vu ou pas parce qu'ils sont en hauteur forcément, donc eux ne voyaient pas forcément non plus. Et ils n'ont pas forcément cette visibilité qu'on a là avec la portière qui est aussi haute. Donc vis-à-vis des piétons, ils vont kiffer parce que le camion il est beau aussi. Ah mais totalement, ça me motive vraiment totalement à passer le permis poids lourd pour avoir la chance de conduire cet engin. Donc ça me motiverait vraiment. C'est une source de motivation et c'est vrai que quand on a ce genre d'engin propre, ça me motive vraiment à faire les choses bien, à vouloir travailler. On est dans de bonnes conditions en fait, on est à l'aise quoi. Bien sûr, ça va attirer du monde, je pense que ça va attirer vraiment beaucoup de monde. Parce que ça va faciliter tout le monde, hein, homme comme femme, parce que tu passes ton permis poids lourd, tu l'as, et là, comme je l'ai dit, au niveau sécurité, c'est vraiment plus stable. Et même posé dedans, on est vraiment à l'aise, donc je pense que ça va attirer beaucoup de monde. Et ça, c'est un peu les métiers qui risquent pas de décoter, encore moins avec un engin comme ça ça va amener un nouveau truc en fait. Ça va vraiment amener un nouveau truc qui fait que les gens vont se ruer pour faire ce métier. Le mot de la fin. J'invite vraiment là, tous les chauffeurs poids lourds là, à vraiment insister sur vos patrons, à toutes les sociétés pour avoir ce volt à zéro. Et c'est vraiment un super concept et moi je kiffe vraiment et je suis vraiment fier de pouvoir être là, à même le présenter, c'est une fierté déjà. Donc génial. Alors là, je suis à bord du futur volt à zéro, voilà, nouveau futur camion poids lourd. J'ai déjà des notifications. Hein. futur poids lourd, voilà, pour tous les chauffeurs poids lourds, voilà. Donc c'est un camion facilement accessible, comme vous pouvez le voir. J'ai pas à faire de l'escalade là comme sur le Mont Blanc. Et vraiment design super top, futuriste. Et c'est le top. Génial.
I'd like to extend a big thank you to the Volta team for their warm welcome today and showcasing their amazing new technology to audiences. I found it fascinating. With innovative new companies such as Volta striving to help us achieve our net zero, the future of mobility is certainly looking clean, quiet, sustainable, safe and exciting. Thank you so much everyone and enjoy the rest of the conference.